Hi everyone! So in this video I'm going to talk through the process of making a contact sheet showing all of the photos that you shot for the new contacts project and have imported into Lightroom. So for me, that is actually my entire Lightroom catalog at this point. Is stuff that I'm at least pretending was shot for new contacts. Obviously, it was shot before then and doesn't perfectly match our theme here. But just for the sake of pretending, let's say this is all for new contacts. If it wasn't, if you had a catalog that was full of many more things, it might be a good idea to just start by making a collection of, again, at least 50 images, more is great, that were shot specifically for that assignment. So I'm going to maybe go to the library module just so I can see them in that grid view. And I'm just going to hit Command A to select all of them. So again, only selecting everything that I'm considering as shot for new contacts and that I want represented on my contact sheet. So once I've selected all of those in the library module, I'm going to navigate over and I'm going to change modules and go to the print module. So the default here is normally that you're printing, single images, one per sheet. So right now you can see that it's reading as page 1 of 56. I'm, according to Lightroom right now, planning to print 56 pages. That is obviously not what I want to do. What I have dropped down is the template browser. You should be able to see it somewhere here in your left side panel. And this is the first time where I want you to play around with using templates. Generally, you should be looking at a bunch of different options for having some form of contact sheet. There are more kind of wacky display options here than that, but at the very least, you should be able to have the option of showing 2x2 cells, maybe a 4x5 contact sheet, a 5x8 contact sheet. So you can quickly see my 56 pages for this 5x8 contact sheet template is now down to 2, which is great. Personally, I kind of prefer, I think, the 4x5 just because I can see things better. That does mean that I will be creating more pages, but again, it's just going to be a PDF, so I'm not too worried about it. A few things to note here too. You can change your image settings. You can zoom to fill or not. I tend to have an easier time if I don't. You could also rotate to fit if you have a lot of images shot in. If you kind of flip between orientations, this might be a good idea. I also have a little bit of a margin, which is nice, but I think a lot of the settings here will default, except you could check to have your photo info show. It's not necessary. I kind of like having my file name show. That just helps me, maybe if I get interested in an image, find it more easily. I could also change that to show the date or a custom text I added or exposure info. Exposure info is actually kind of nice. Maybe I'll leave it there for now. And you can see it's not showing for all these files because they're actually video files. I'll flip between my pages to make sure things are looking good, and they are. So at this point, I'm going to not hit print, I'm going to hit printer. So that will just call up my home printer here, which I obviously don't want to use. And I don't actually want to print it. I really just want to, save as PDF. And then I can just name this my contact sheet for now anyway. And I'll just save it to my desktop.